Hello, boys and girls. It is actually motherfucking Sunday.
Fuck off, asshole! Leave me alone! Don't you know it's fucking Sunday?
That's good. I like to have fun on this thing. And you know, it's 21 minutes after motherfucking Sunday. So I just thought I'd make it a point to say that, you know? Sometimes you might see me record the episode on not motherfucking Sunday, and that's fine, you know? Whatever day, you know, it's whatever day, you know what the deal is. It's whatever day you want. Sunday can be whatever day you want. It can be whatever day you choose. It's whatever you're feeling the Sunday vibe, the vibe to create, the vibe to let loose, to put on the Sunday shoes and get into the Sunday groove. You do that whenever the fuck you feel like it. That's all that means. So what we're going to do today is again concentrate on Reaktor Factory Library and another very simple concept that also translates very well within the Reaktor space. So just the concept of mapping MIDI controls from your MIDI keyboard or other control surface, as long as you have it connected to your computer, then you can go ahead and control your shit. Well, we're going to try it out. So I'm going to open up today the 2 oscillator, because messing around on this guy, there was a really nice, just this first sound. Let's turn it down just a touch. It's a little loud. That's manageable. That'll work for now. And let's go through some of the presets, but I'm going to arrive back at this guy because this is the one I'm just going to use. It's just a badass. So let's eliminate distractions. I just took this out of the case. We're going to dive in. We're going to go nuts. Okay, so we got a couple of Banks presets. That's pretty cool. This one's what I would like to call filt the fuck up, if you know what I'm saying. So let's just start digging around and start hearing some sounds. You know what it is. First off, I want to say this one just out of the gate is pretty sweet. I mean, 1 and 2, just stellar ass presets to just like open it up. Here's what this thing can do right away. It's pretty sweet. Very nice. I like when some of the best presets are loaded right up front. And you can immediately see how, you know, the girth of the shaft. Sweet. So what's the deal? Oscillator 1 and 2. Looks like we can change the waveform of each. There's a mix control. There's ring modulation. There's 2 filters. Looks like there's on and off switches. There's envelope for the filter. Very nice. Envelope for the amplifier. Very nice. Overall output. LFO 1 and 2. And how do you... So where's the routing? What's the routing for this guy? Maybe it's somewhere in here. Not sure. Get the information on. See, low frequency oscillator 1, low frequency oscillator 2. Just trying to figure out how do you figure out where you control amount of key following the cutoff frequency. Oh, okay. Amount of cutoff modulation by the filter envelope. Okay, so filter modulation, saturation level. So how do you control, I mean, where this goes? How do you control? Ah, I see. Filter amp. There it is. Amount of modulation, amount of amp modulation, amount of filter modulation. That's where you want to send this stuff. The LFOs, it just shakes. It shakes. You see it shaking right now? It's going wub, 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 wub. That's what it's doing. You can control the speed, make it go wub, 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 wub. You know, you can make it go fast or slow. And you can send that wherever. So as a demonstration, let's see if... Really cool control. So we'll, you know what the deal is. We'll save that for later. I mean, there's just all sorts of badass presets. Woo! So, bunch of badass presets. I mean, if you just go through this whole thing. So not only can it do like awesome, you know, just regular synth stuff, but it can do this weird modular shit too. Whoa, that's badass. See what we got going on. Bank 2. There we go. Sweet. Alrighty then. Back to business. So, the key kind of concept. I want to introduce a synth and introduce kind of a key concept each video, just because I think it's helpful. I think it's helpful to spread knowledge, and people don't already know this stuff. It's gonna be really good. People that do know this stuff, whatever, you already know this stuff. So, pay attention or skip this part and do whatever you want. But essentially, you can do the same thing you can within Reaktor Blocks in terms of mapping controls. So if I want to control this cutoff, it'd be MIDI oscillator learn. Go ahead and select that. And then I would start fiddling with a control on my control surface. So basically what I'm doing is just moving a fader on my keyboard up and down, and now I have control of that filter. So that's badass. And then we could also say we want to control, maybe that's got some coolness going on, but we want to control the amount that's sent to the filters. So we can MIDI learn that and start seeing what this guy can do. There's some mixture going into the output, so I almost don't really want to use it. Maybe not. I'm gonna rethink that. We'll see about that. But anyway, this is super cool. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. So essentially you can control the synth on your hardware, and that's one of the main, beginner kind of white belt concepts, but something you definitely want to learn if you're a white belt in this thing, because it's a key concept. It opens the door to virtually anything else you can start to think of in the hardware world. So you can say you want to control what you see on screen with hardware that you can see and feel and touch and do all that stuff. And then when you start mixing down the road, maybe you get some modular gear and you start mixing Reaktor and modular and doing weird wackiness all at the same time, CV stuff and all that cool shit. And this is all an extension of it, the way broadly. But cool shit. Either way, really cool shit. Sometimes the beauty is found in the subtlety. You gotta wait for the end. You can't interrupt the end. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna exercise the vocal a little bit too. You just gotta warm it up. You gotta warm that shit up, man. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Don't be afraid. Just go for it. Just do it. Just put your shit in front of a mic and just. You can't be afraid, man. You look like a fucking fool. You might have people around you. You might not. Might be all alone. But don't be afraid, man. Take a risk. Take a chance. Do the damn thing. Just do it. Because it might be badass. It might be a piece of shit. But it might be badass. And if it's badass, you definitely want to do it. That's what I fucking say. On a Sunday. An actual motherfucking Sunday. But this is fun, you know? And you gotta do it. You gotta go for it. And we gotta keep doing this. We gotta keep coming back every Sunday. We gotta keep doing this thing, sharing this love, because that's what it's all about, you know? We're going to keep diving into these factory library synthesizers and keep studying up, just refreshing up on some key concepts. And we're going to build upon these, make these a little bit more complex, and keep tuning in. Check it out. We may do some more original composition stuff as well, because that's always fun to work on a single episode or a multi-episode. A multi-episode is always fun too, when you string together multiple performances from multiple episodes, and you can say, here's this composition, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, that's badass, you know what I mean? Like, how'd you create it? Well, go watch episodes of blah through blah, and you can like go see it. So that's what's cool about this podcast as well, is that, when we record compositions, we do it. We perform it. We put it on there. We fucking do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. That's what you got to do. That's how you got to do it. So have fun. Do the damn thing on a Sunday. Peace out. Until next time.